Sally, I'm 14 years old and I've been doing Sterts for 7 years. You should audition for a Sterts show because it's such a good way to ease yourself into performing if you've never done it before, and also you meet so many like-minded people and you make friends for life there. An audition is a way for the director, musical director, choreographer, people like that to find the perfect person for roles in their show or play. It's not for them to judge you on your talent, it's just to find the perfect fit. You should first of all audition for a part that you really like and that you're drawn to, but then you also need to take into consideration the experience you've had before. So if you've never done anything like this before, I don't recommend going for a big role because there's a lot of pressure on that, and if you're not really used to it, it's not the best thing to do. Also, you need to look at things like vocal range, so if the character you're auditioning for has soprano songs and you're an alto, then it's not really going to work out. Depending on which role you audition for is dependent on what you're going to be asked to do in the audition. So if you're auditioning for the ensemble, it will normally be a group audition, which you just play games and kind of test a few things out. Maybe you might do a few scenes from the show with other people that are auditioning, and it just feels more like a workshop than an audition, and it's just a really fun morning or afternoon. And if you're auditioning for a principal role in a show or play, you'll probably be asked to sing a song if your character sings. You might be asked to do a certain scene from the show that your character is in, but it really just depends on what you're auditioning for. On the Sterts website, all the shows and plays are released, and then it tells you what you have to do for each role, what you'll have to do in the audition. So a really good way to prepare is make sure that you know everything that they've asked you to prepare for the audition. So if there's a song, make sure you know it off by heart, and you could recite it anywhere at any time because you really need to know it. And it's the same with scripts. If you're asked just to look over scripts, you might want to try and learn a bit of it just so you don't have to keep looking down at the paper, but I would always recommend to learn it even if they say not to, because then you're over prepared, which is better than being under prepared. Also, I would research your character because it really helps you get into the role a lot more, and maybe gives you a bit of background on the show or the person that originally played this part, and it just gives you a bit of an insight into what you might be getting yourself into. You will audition in front of the director. If it's a musical, probably the musical director or choreographer, but anyone who's involved in the show throughout the summer, you'll probably audition in front of. So every year, if I audition for a Sterts show, I am extremely nervous. However many times I do it, I'm always super nervous before I go in. But the best way I calm myself down is I take myself away from people and I kind of just maybe play the song that I'm going to be singing on my phone to myself and just quietly sing it through. Because I find myself that I kind of get more nervous when I'm around other nervous people, so I think the best way that I calm myself down is just take myself away and try and relax a bit before I go in. But remember that a few nerves are good because it gives you a bit of adrenaline, but you don't want to be overtaken by nerves. You do need to consider that the rehearsal period goes from February up until the opening of the show, which will be in June or July. So that is a long time that you need to be committed to rehearsals. Rehearsals tend to be the weekends for if you're in the family show, and if you're in a play, maybe some evenings in the weekday. But you do need to commit to them. You need to know that you need to be there for every single rehearsal, because if you're not, then you're missing out on certain parts that the director might not want to go over again. So you really need to think about that and know what you're getting yourself into before you audition if you've never done it before. But again, it's a really great opportunity, so I say you should go for it if you're thinking about it. You'll get out of a Sterts show so much experience and fun. It is one of the best things you can do with your summer if you're into performing. You meet so many great people and you just gain so much experience from, not just from the directors, but from other people that you're with, and you meet people from different areas of Cornwall, and people with little experience, people with a lot of experience, and you find out so much exciting things. It's just a really great opportunity, and I definitely recommend that you do it.